in the middle of a deep freeze. Well, that's the existential threat millions of Texans are facing right now, tonight, as rolling blackouts, unprecedented cold grip the state, and a number of people have already died trying to stay warm. So what's the ultimate cause of all of this? Well, here now is Chuck DeVore, Vice President of National Initiatives at the Texas Public Policy Foundation. Chuck, you say this is what, largely rooted in Obama-Biden administration policies? Explain that.
Well, Laura, there's two things going on here. First of all, Texas's independent system operator called ERCOT made some really poor calls a couple of days ago. And in fact, Governor Greg Abbott has called for their resignation. He wants a clean sweep. So there was some bad short-term decisions. But underlying all of this is some really poor long-term policies that have caused an overbuilding of wind and solar in Texas and a decommissioning of reliable coal-fired power plants and some older natural gas plants. And the more you do that, Laura, the more the grid becomes unsustainable, unreliable. The resiliency declines. And when you get these extreme weather events, or whether it's hot weather in the summer or this cold wave in the winter, problems are going to happen.
Well, earlier tonight, MSNBC's Chris Hayes says that the GOP is lying about the cause of all of this.
It is just a lie that wind turbines, green energy, are the root causes of the problems in Texas right now. They want to turn into some culture where it's about the libs don't want you to have power. We have a choice, collectively as a country. We don't have to have politics about where we get our energy divided along the lines of abortion or policing.
Chuck, your response?
Well, I think he needs to understand a little bit more about physics and how electricity works. It needs to be generated the moment it is consumed. And you can't store wind power without massive and expensive batteries. Now, there is some battery capacity in Texas, but with the cold snap, their capabilities were cut by 60% because batteries don't work all that well when it gets cold. And these are enormously costly facilities that need to be created. What's happening right now, Laura, is that wind and solar producers in Texas and across the country are not responsible to produce power when it's needed. That's not valued in America. We take it for granted. And the more wind and solar that you have on the grid, unless it's backed up with natural gas plants that just sit around waiting to be used, or these huge battery farms, what's going to happen is California-style blackouts are going to become increasingly common throughout the entire country. Texas just experienced a little bit of California, and it's not good. People are dying.
Wait till that happens in the hot summer months. We saw a lot of unrest last summer for other reasons, but you mix that in with no air conditioning. Oh, my God, it's going to be horrific. Chuck, thank you for explaining this. A quote from Joe Biden's town hall made our angle look